Dear students, I welcome you to this presentation on tourism policy of India. Travel and tourism in India is an integral part of Indian tradition and culture. In early independent India, the government has more significant issues rather than tourism. So less importance was given to tourism industry and there was no proper structure, policies, rules and regulations. Even there was no allocation for tourism development during first 5-year plan. Indian Tourism Development Corporation (ITDC), a federal organization, has been founded to develop tourist infrastructure and services. To know more on this regard for your convenience, this episode has been divided into 5 subheadings. They are as follows: Evolution of Tourism Policy of India, National Action Plan, the first tourism policy 1982, Tourism Development in 1990s, the National Action Plan 1992, the New Tourism Policy 2002 to 2015. Evolution of Tourism Policy of India. When you look into the evolution of tourism policy of India, you can notice that the first conscious and organized efforts to promote tourism in India were made in 1945. A committee was set up by the government under the chairmanship of Sir John Sargent, the educational advisor to Government of India. Sir John Sargent Committee. The following were the main recommendations of the committee: setting up a separate representative organization of tourism with regional offices in metropolitan cities. The promotion of tourist traffic was a matter of great national importance and therefore deserves the whole time attention of separate organizations which should take initiative in such matters as publicity both in India and abroad, production of suitable literature such as guidebooks, folders, posters, etc., provision for training of tourist guides, liaison with other government departments responsible for providing facilities required for tourists, liaison with the travel agencies who provide travel services to tourists, and liaison with the hotels and catering institutions, and collection of tourist statistics, coordination with air and train services to make it comfortable in India, provision of a chain of first-class hotels of international standard, and starting publicity bureau in London and New York and in the capitals of other countries from where large number of tourists might be coming. Lkj Committee Recommendations. During 1962, there was a decline in tourist arrival in India. An ad hoc committee on tourism has been appointed by Government of India in March 1963 to investigate the reasons for this decline. The committee came out with the following suggestions: grant of landing permits on arrival to tourists coming without for more than 72 hours, opening of additional tourist offices abroad, provision of shopping and entertainment facility, setting up 3 government operations to develop hotel, transport and entertainment facilities. Need to build 5,500 additional hotel rooms within the next 5 years. Official approval of restaurants, shops and guides. Improvement of facilities at airports. Provision of adequate facilities by the India 11 Airlines. Introduction of permit room system in Delhi. Import of cars. Training of immigration and customs staff. increased tourist publicity, integrated development of selected tourist centers, and establishment of a standing committee of main departments dealing with tourism for reviewing inadequacies. Based on the committee recommendations, 3 corporations, namely Indian Tourism Corporation Limited, Hotel Corporation of India Limited, and India Tourism Transport Undertaking Limited were set up. Since they did not function well, in 1st October 1966, these 3 were amalgamated into a single corporation as India Tourism Development Corporation Limited. National Action Plan, the first tourism policy, 1982. While you go through the 5-year plans, you can observe that the 6th 5-year plan, 1980 to 85, was a main pointer in the history of Indian tourism. During 1982, for the first time, tourism policy of the country was announced. It specified the development objectives and presented an action plan with a concept on travel circuit. This national policy has focused the importance of coordination and appropriately referred to tourism as common endeavor. During 1988, a national committee on tourism has been constituted and it has submitted a report. Some of the vital suggestions of the report were the need for rearranging the existing organizational structure of the Department of Tourism and the need for an apex body called the National Tourism Board. The setting up of a National Standing Committee of Tourism Ministers for an integrated approach to tourism development and also to effectively associate the state governments. To ensure implementation of the recommendation, a national policy needs to be evolved, supported by comprehensive legislation. Tourism needs to be integrated into overall plans of the country and into area development plans. These recommendations are basics to any considerable tourism development strategy for the country. Tourism development in 1990s. If you go through the growth of tourism in India, you can find that in 1980s there was an interest towards recognizing tourism and considering it as an export industry. It was resulted in creation of a special public tourism finance corporation in 1987. This corporation was an invitation to private investors and entrepreneurs to play an important role in tourism development. In early 1990s, the exotic destinations of India increased the arrivals of Western tourists. Since 1991, Government of India has opened the economy to invest from outside India. This FDI policy of India have undergone various changes in policy priorities. The National Action Plan 1992. The National Action Plan 1992 was submitted to the Parliament in May 1992. It has been considered as promising action plan to set things right in the key areas and to grant the guidelines to achieve quick results. The objectives rightly pointed out the inadequacies of the system and the weakness of India's tourism development policy. The plan has 7 basic objectives as follows: socio-economic development of the area, increase in the employment opportunities, development of domestic tourism especially for the budget category, preservation of national heritage and environment, optimization of foreign exchange earnings through international tourism, diversification of tourism product, increase in Indian share of world tourism. The action plan envisaged the objectives would be achieved through improvement in tourism infrastructure, development of selective areas, reconstruction and strengthening the institutions for development of human resources. The New Tourism Policy 2002 to 2015. The New Tourism Policy 2002. You can understand that the action plan of 2002 has been finally converted into a tourism policy, and both central and state governments are responsible for it. The main motive of this tourism policy is to make tourism as an engine of national growth and development. This policy aimed at generating government revenue, foreign currency earnings through increasing the number of domestic and international tourists. It also intended for an optimal use of India's scarce resources, sustainable development, high quality employment, and finally, peace, understanding, national unity, and stability. To achieve this, the government planned to diversify the Indian tourism products and considerably improve the quality of tourism infrastructure, marketing, visa arrangements, and air travel. Incredible India, an international marketing campaign, has been launched by Government of India to global audience. Through this campaign, India has been projected as an attractive tourist destination by showcasing Indian culture, yoga, spirituality, etc. The New Tourism Policy 2009. In 2009, an initiative in the form of a campaign has been taken by Ministry of Tourism to harness the potential of tourism industry in India. It has been titled as Atithi Devo Bhava. It has been launched to educate the local population regarding good behavior and etiquettes while dealing with foreign tourists. Also, it creates an awareness among local community about the benefits of tourism and the values of India's heritage, culture, cleanliness, and hospitality. It tried to insist and enforce the confidence in the minds of international tourists that India is a preferred destination. This campaign is a complement to Incredible India campaign. The New Tourism Policy 2012. When turning the history of tourism policies of India, you can find that tourism objectives and policies were amended from time to time based on the Steering Committee report on tourism for 5-year plans. Below are the 6 key strategic objectives recommended by Steering Committee for the 11th 5-year plan 2007 to 2012. The following 6 key strategies are recommended. Positioning and maintaining tourism development as a national priority activity. Provide effective linkages and close coordination between various departments and ministries of government. Plan and implement a professionally managed integrated communication strategy to increase awareness about tourism and its social and economic impact on the society. Enhancing and maintaining the competitiveness of India as a tourist destination. Take effective steps for easier and faster availability of visas. Increase air connectivity and seat capacity from major overseas markets. Improve facilities and quality of services at international and major domestic airports. Rationalize taxes. Remove restrictions like RAP, PAP, and ILP. Improving India's existing tourism products further and expanding these to meet new market requirements. Develop sustainable beach, coastal, and cruise tourism. Package and market India's wide variety of traditional cuisines. Encourage adventure and rural tourism. Develop and promote round-the-year tourism. Pursue medical tourism vigorously. Take advantage of MICE segment. Creation of world-class infrastructure. Identify travel circuits for development as international standard destinations. Construction and improvement of highways for good connectivity with tourist destinations. Introduction of special tourist trains and establishment of budget hotels. Develop strategies for sustained and effective marketing plans and programs. Maintain and develop the tourism brand position established with the Incredible India campaign. Evolve and maintain a system of market research activities in India's major source markets to continuously receive, analyze, and respond to information on pricing, security issues, health, safety, quality of tourism services and products, etc. Make use of various technological tools including the internet for advertising for greater and wider impact. Encourage e-commerce portals to extend effective marketing support to small and medium enterprises and also offer competitive packages. Develop human resources and capacity building of service providers. Making craft and hotel management education integral to the school system as an early vocational choice. Create a pool of teachers for hospitality education. Training of trainees to be introduced at IHMs, FCIs and other major institutes. Rework curriculum of existing degree or diploma courses and building an image of the profession. The New Tourism Policy 2015. Government of India has understood the real tourism potential of the country and trying to make India a global tourism hub. Below you can find the initiatives taken by the government under the New Tourism Policy 2015. The Government of India has launched the Incredible India mobile application. Using this app, a tourist can get quality and reliable services from government recognized service providers. The Ministry of Tourism, Government of India has launched the new tourism brand for Union Territories of Daman and Diu and Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Also, Vision 2020 has been released for Dadra and Nagar Haveli. This has been initiated to help in overall economic development of these areas. To project West Bengal as a major tourist destination, an eco-tourism board will be set up by the state government. A mega tourism project has been started already at Jalpaiguri district. Plans to develop similar projects in Saili and Kunjanagar are under discussion. The Tourism Ministry of India and the State Government of Maharashtra have jointly decided to create a cultural hub on the lines of Times Square, New York. This will help in providing famous entertainment as well as access to heritage and culture for the benefit of international and domestic tourists. Conclusion. The economic importance of tourism has been realized slowly after the independence. Initiatives have been taken to introduce exclusive tourism policies in 5-year plans of central government and annual plans of state government. The policies were amended from time to time to enhance the service quality through technological advancements. These tourism policies are acting as guidelines not only for improving this industry but also for increasing standard of living of the citizens. Thank you.